The Notre Dame Go Falcons.
Hello and welcome to Montgomery, Alabama. We're excited to be here. A couple of teams prepared for a showdown to see who will emerge as victors in today's IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Falcons offense will start this game off with the football. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He'll keep it himself. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit?
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? If they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Pine.
I had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest. And you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
The Falcons come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just...
It's a seam wide open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip him in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Hands it off. He's loose. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk about Bowling Green. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Looking downfield, it's Pine. That's caught. It's Porter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and flow. Nice job reading the defense. Beautiful pass.
Get it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Hogan. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
He's in open space downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Got enough for the 1st. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because...
Oh, out of space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Pine. They'll run the screen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a crease. It's locked. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to pass, it's Carr. Going for it all. Touchdown, Irish! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half of the home team.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Offense at an empty set. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He'll do it himself. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They have given it up on all 3 of their previous 4th down tries. Can they keep the drive alive here? Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. The Falcons are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going deep. Throw it toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Trying to set up the screen. Shakes off the defender. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the run, it's Porter. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Gets it to him on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Pine. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a running room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lane.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Trying to bull his way in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
To the air, it's Pine. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Coming out with it, it's Young. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little.
He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going for it all. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. And that wall they need to climb to get back in this one, guys, is still 20 points high. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Carr. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Falcons. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. He'll bring it out. It's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the...
Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Using his legs at slot.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got it on the right. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Hard running there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. From the gun. Give on the inside. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Runs through the tackle. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Breaks the tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to impose their will with the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. The Falcons get the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Pine. Bringing the heat. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Hogan. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Pine. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's a heat. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Falcons in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He'll take another shot here. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere.
Not a lot of drama in this one, as they just get punched.
Notre
in the
Dame
face and
defeats
lose by double figures.
Bowling Green
Not a lot of
51 to
drama.
14.
There's a lot to fix on offense, on defense,
And
on special teams. This team,
in a
David, they've
very
got a lot to figure
not
out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches
Season
are gonna
1
be in a great
finale,
mood.
26-52,
Bus
a
rides,
4
plane
touchdown
rides,
for
those will all
kids.
be real fun. The practice this week, it's going to be a
Those are the
blast.
things to watch. They'll be good.
That's going to do it for us here.